Have you ever tried to bend a steel bar with your bare hands? It seems impossible, doesn't it? Steel is a symbol of our own strength and industry, a material we use to build our tallest buildings and strongest bridges. Yet in the natural world, there is a substance that is, pound for pound, far stronger. It is spun by a creature many of us overlook, or even fear. This material is spider silk. It is a true marvel of evolution, a testament to nature's quiet power. It reminds us that the greatest strengths are often found where we least expect them, hidden in the most delicate of forms. We see spider webs everywhere. They glisten with morning dew in our gardens. They hang in the quiet corners of our homes. They seem so fragile, so easily broken with a gentle touch. A single swipe of the hand can tear a web apart. This everyday experience makes it difficult to believe that the threads themselves possess extraordinary strength. But their apparent weakness is a deception. The web's purpose is to be light and almost invisible to catch unsuspecting prey. The true magic lies not in the entire web, but in each individual strand that makes it up. It is a lesson in looking closer at the world around us. Imagine a thread so thin it is almost invisible to our eyes. A single strand of spider silk is many times thinner than a human hair. And yet, if you were to create a rope of spider silk as thick as your thumb, it would be strong enough to stop a jumbo jet in mid-flight. This incredible power comes from its unique composition and structure. It is a biological masterpiece, perfected over millions of years of evolution. The spider, a humble and ancient architect, has engineered a material that continues to baffle and inspire our greatest scientists and engineers. It is nature's own high-performance fiber. This remarkable contrast between delicate appearance and immense strength is what makes spider silk so fascinating. It challenges our understanding of what it means to be strong. We often associate strength with being heavy, thick, and rigid, like steel or rock. But the spider shows us a different way. Its silk is lightweight, flexible, and incredibly tough. It can stretch to absorb enormous amounts of energy without breaking. This combination of properties is rarely found in materials made by humans. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has created a substance that is both gentle and powerful, a secret waiting to be unraveled. So what is this miraculous material actually made of? At its core, spider silk is a protein. Just as our hair and nails are made of a protein called keratin, spider silk is composed of proteins called spidroins. These are long, chain-like molecules, made up of smaller building blocks known as amino acids. The specific arrangement of these amino acids is the secret to the silk's amazing properties. The spider has a very special recipe, one that balances two key ingredients perfectly. It is a recipe that nature has been refining for over 380 million years, resulting in a material of unparalleled performance and beauty. The two most important amino acids in this recipe are glycine and alanine. Glycine is a very small amino acid, which allows the protein chains to pack together very tightly. This creates hard, crystalline regions within the silk fiber, giving it immense strength. Think of these regions as tiny microscopic bricks, stacked neatly together to form a strong wall. Alanine, another small amino acid, also contributes to these strong crystalline structures. This tight packing is what gives the silk a tensile strength greater than that of steel. It is a molecular design of pure genius, all happening inside the spider's body. But strength is only half of the story. If spider silk were only made of these hard, crystalline sections, it would be strong but very brittle. It would snap easily. To solve this, the spider's recipe includes other parts of the protein chain that are rich in glycine. These sections are less organized and act like tangled, stretchy coils. They form amorphous or non-crystalline regions. These stretchy parts give the silk its incredible flexibility and elasticity. They allow the thread to stretch, sometimes up to 4 times its original length, absorbing the energy of a flying insect's impact without breaking. It is this clever combination of hard crystalline sections and soft amorphous sections that makes spider silk so special. It is both strong and tough. Strength means it can withstand a great deal of force before it breaks. Toughness means it can absorb a lot of energy before it ruptures. A material can be strong but not tough, like glass. Or it can be tough but not strong, like rubber. Spider silk is the best of both worlds. The spider spins this liquid protein from special glands, and as it is pulled out, the molecules align to form the solid, structured, and super strong thread we see. The genius of spider silk goes even deeper than its protein recipe. Its incredible properties emerge from a highly organized structure, arranged in 7 distinct levels. It all begins at the smallest scale with the atoms of amino acids. These atoms form the building blocks. The first level is the amino acid sequence itself. The second level is how these chains of amino acids twist into structures like helices and sheets. These are the fundamental shapes that provide the foundation for everything else. It is a hierarchy of complexity, where each level builds upon the last to create something extraordinary from the simplest of beginnings. The third and fourth levels are where the magic of strength and flexibility truly begins. The helical and sheet structures fold together to form the spidroin proteins. These proteins then assemble into what are called micelles. You can think of a micelle as a tiny liquid crystal droplet, a core of protein waiting inside the spider's silk gland, ready to be spun. This liquid form is crucial. It allows the spider to store the silk's components efficiently until the moment they are needed. It is a masterpiece of biological storage and readiness, waiting for the signal to transform from a liquid into a super strong solid. When the spider is ready to spin its thread, these micelles pass through a narrow duct. This is where the fifth and sixth levels of organization take place. The pressure and pulling action cause the protein molecules to unfold and align, locking together to form the solid fiber. Within this fiber, tiny nanocrystals, those tightly packed alanine regions, are embedded within the more flexible, amorphous glycine-rich matrix. This composite structure is the sixth level, and it is the key to the silk's dual properties of strength and elasticity. It is a natural nanotechnology, perfected long before humans even conceived of such a thing. Finally, the seventh level is the fiber itself, the finished strand of silk that emerges from the spider's spinneret. This final fiber is a complex, multi-layered structure with a skin and a core. This layered design prevents cracks from forming and spreading, adding yet another layer of toughness to the material. From simple atoms to a complex, hierarchical fiber, each level of organization contributes to the final result. It is a profound example of how intricate structure at a microscopic level can create truly astonishing properties at the macroscopic level we can see and touch. Nature is, without a doubt, the ultimate engineer. Spiders are, honestly, incredibly versatile spinners. They do not produce just one type of silk. In fact, a single spider can produce up to 7 different kinds, each with its own unique properties and purpose. The strong dragline silk, which is used for the outer frame of the web and as a lifeline, is actually the one famous for being stronger than steel. Then there is the sticky, stretchy capture silk, which is designed to ensnare prey. There is also a fine silk for wrapping captured insects, a soft silk for protecting egg sacs, and another for joining threads together. The spider is really like a master craftsperson with a full toolkit, selecting the perfect material for each specific task. This adaptability is truly remarkable. The spider can actually adjust the properties of its silk as it spins it. By changing the speed of spinning or the acidity and water content in its glands, it can fine-tune the silk's strength, elasticity, and stickiness. This level of control is something, honestly, human manufacturing processes can only dream of. The spider's spinnerets are a marvel of biological machinery, more advanced than any factory production line. It is a sustainable, efficient, and highly adaptive manufacturing process, all contained within the body of this small creature. It is, in a way, a living factory of advanced materials. Inspired by this natural wonder, scientists have been trying for decades to create artificial spider silk. The first idea was simply to farm spiders, much like we farm silkworms. However, this has proven to be incredibly difficult. Spiders are territorial and cannibalistic creatures. If you put too many of them in one place, they will simply eat each other. Their silk production is also far less than that of silkworms, making large-scale farming impractical. So, humanity had to find another way. We had to become the spider's apprentice and learn to replicate its secrets in the laboratory. The breakthrough came with biotechnology. Scientists identified the genes responsible for producing silk proteins in spiders. They then inserted these genes into other, more manageable organisms, such as bacteria, yeast, and even goats. These modified organisms can then be grown in large quantities to produce the liquid silk protein. This protein is then harvested and purified. The final and most difficult step is to mimic the spider's spinning process. Scientists have developed complex devices that force the liquid protein through tiny nozzles, replicating the shear forces and chemical changes that turn the liquid into a super strong solid fiber. The potential applications for a material as strong, light, and biocompatible as spider silk are honestly almost limitless. Imagine a world where this incredible substance could be mass-produced. In medicine, its future is particularly bright. Because it is a natural protein, the human body does not reject it. This makes it an ideal material for creating super fine, super strong surgical sutures for delicate operations like eye or nerve surgery. It could also be used to create artificial ligaments and tendons, or as a scaffold to help regenerate damaged human tissue, providing a framework for new cells to grow on. Beyond medicine, the applications actually extend into our daily lives and industries. The textile industry could be transformed. Jackets and protective clothing made from spider silk would be incredibly lightweight, comfortable, and yet more resistant to tearing than any material we have today. Helmets and bulletproof vests could be made lighter and stronger, offering better protection to soldiers and police officers. In the automotive and aerospace industries, it could be used to create composite materials to build lighter, more fuel-efficient cars and airplanes without sacrificing safety or strength. Even suspension bridges could one day be hung from cables of synthetic spider silk. However, there are still significant challenges to overcome before these visions become a reality. The biggest hurdle is scale. While scientists have successfully produced artificial spider silk in the lab, making it in the vast quantities needed for industrial applications is incredibly expensive and complex. Replicating the spider's spinning process perfectly, the process that gives the silk its final amazing properties, remains a major technical challenge. We are getting closer, but honestly, we are not quite there yet. The journey from a laboratory marvel to a common, everyday material is a long and difficult one. Even so, the future is incredibly promising. Each year, researchers make new breakthroughs, improving the quality of synthetic silk and finding more efficient ways to produce it. We are standing at a fascinating intersection of nature and technology. The humble spider has provided us with a blueprint for one of the most remarkable materials in the world. Through human ingenuity and scientific discovery, we are slowly learning to read that blueprint and bring its potential to life. Soon, the products we use every day may be woven with threads of inspiration borrowed directly from the natural world, a testament to the enduring power of spider silk.